the petty car, and that looks orange, but we will get to that in just a moment. But I did start painting the engine of the big petty car, and basically what I've done is just took silver and painted all the top, bottom, everywhere that basically looks chrome according to the reference pictures. I don't care what it is. I didn't even research what it is. I see it, it's silver, it got painted. Started painting the I don't know, little shocks here. There's yellow and silver. I got to do a little touch up going back to silver because the acrylic works pretty decent, but I actually just went in ahead and used enamel. It was just easier. Plus it also, I use paint as a filler too, so that works out even better. But I got both sides painted there. If you can see right on top, got a little gold. It's actually supposed to be gold on the other side too, but the little cap there covers it so you can't see it, so that didn't get painted. I just got a few other little things. I started painting a little bit of the black where some of the hoses, distributor cap, there's a couple other the belt and everything I got to paint, but that's no big deal. Got the boxes here painted silver. Got the box back here painted silver, this painted silver, and then basically need to do a little touch up on the black, get that cleaned up, and I painted the gear shift silver as well. But anyway, we'll touch up a little bit later. I just basically getting the basic colors. Now I will keep it clean, but I'm going to actually put a little bit of a wash in there, and that way it will blend in if wherever I miss, because you notice I'm painting this while it's in the assembled model, and the wash will actually help blend everything all together. The bottom here, I did start paint that silver, the exhaust here. If you notice right here, this kit, because it really didn't fit when the engine fit in here, you notice it's a little off right there. And what I'm going to do is just take a little, I could either do it with epoxy sculpt, but I'm going to cheat and probably just do tulip and just make a bead right here, and then paint it all with basically thick enamel paint. And that'll cover it just nicely. This ain't really silver. If you look at all the pictures, it's kind of a, I want to say gray, light gray, but we'll kind of compromise and do a grayish silver. But anyway, I got to paint the shaft, the other parts on here, but I'm just basically trying to get all the silver painted, and then I'm going to go back in and paint this part here, the orange color, and I got to figure out if I even have orange paint. Surely I do, but you know, stranger things have happened. But anyway, it's just painting little things here, little things there, and then once we get all that painted, I gotta decant just a little bit of the blue, and you know, paint a little bit more of the frame and all that good stuff. But anyway, we are getting there slowly but surely. Everyone always thinks that the petty car is not orange. Well, it's not. It's not orange, it's like red orange, but if I say orange, I'm not really meaning orange, meaning basically the color that it looks like in the pictures. But anyway, I went back in, I told you where I had the little problems on the side, and what I did is I basically just sanded off very, very fine sandpaper where it was roughed up. And then I took, and I put it up, but this is empty bottle. I took some white, and I just airbrushed the areas that were bad, that wouldn't take the paint for some reason. And I went ahead and just rattle canned it and sprayed the rest, and we are good to go. And I'm probably going to do one more coat today, and then I'm basically done. And then I'm going to do a future, get it all shiny, because we'll have to put decals and all that good stuff. But we are not there yet. But anyway, there's probably some little stuff we got to do, like paint the door handle and all that good stuff. But anyway, the color orange to the archives. Now, I am not a complete expert on the racing car painting circuit here, and I don't like to cause controversy, but I do like to lay it on the table. This photo reference here is basically taken in 1972, 73, and if you notice, it's kind of a reddish color, reddish orange, if you will. And you know, that's, you know, 70s film, you know, the sun beating down on it and all that good stuff. So we go down to the next picture. This picture right here, if you look real closely, it's more of an orange color, and again, it's probably took 72, 73, somewhere around there. And you know, so you got basically the way the light's hitting it orange here, reddish orange there. But anyway, I got to paint this pretty close to what I was told to paint it, and that's one thing about building for others. You know, I could have someone tell me they want a petty blue car with this, but they want it, you know, with the clown painted on the hood, you know, and I'd have to paint the clown on there. But anyway, so we're really close. You know, it's kind of one of those, you know, the color is different to everyone, and I'll explain one more on the. This is the I want to say a. I wouldn't call it a die cast, but basically what I'm reference mine off of. It's a very clean build. I don't know exactly. I just go by what the pictures and the colors. That's basically all I ask when I build something for people. But I want to get to their color. And if you look right there, see, that looks almost orange as well. I mean, that's you know, and I know it's not a total orange red, but it's real close, especially once you get the paint off, get the decals on and everything. Because basically, and I probably want to shoot myself in the foot here, but basically when you get decals on, especially like the white, you're almost making like a filter, and it will change the color of the orange itself, just because you got the multicolored decals on and all that. But anyway, I wanted to show that, you know, I ain't totally smoking crack. It ain't totally, you see how the light changes, how that makes it a different orange color than, you know, it's more brighter, more dull right there. But anyway, that's just one thing I wanted to mention. But anyway, I want to get back up here. Color, unless you were actually, you know, saw how it was mixed and mixed it yourself, you know, colors are different for everyone, and I will mention this. Let's go to the little paint rack here. I probably don't have one handy. Well, surely. Nope. Well, come on. Anyway, olive drab. There we go. Olive drab. Go to a model club or a model contest and ask everyone what is their color of olive drab, what you think is olive drab, and they will tell you 5 different answers, because my olive drab is different from you know, your olive drab. But anyway, that's one thing, and there's probably some other pictures. Basically, if I actually, and I'm building this for someone, but if I actually was going to build this, say for myself, I'd actually paint probably, you know, I want to say race car pictures, you know, on the track itself with the dirt, grime, and you know, debris and anything that kicked up. That's the way I would end up doing it. I do a little more realistic, as in weathering, than you know, a straight clean build. But anyway, that's just me. But wanted to show that of the petty car. Star Trek kits. I sanded this down. This is basically ready to be painting. I'm going to try to, I think what I want to do is I want to pre-shade and mix up a little bit of a burnt sienna, kind of orangey color, and then airbrush that. It'd be real simple. It may do a wash. The bird of prey here, I actually went back out to the shed and got a replacement gun, and because I sure as hell couldn't find it. I don't know where it's at. I did overspray my boots though with the petty car in the line of service there. But anyway, so I got the gun on. I made damn sure I got it glued on before I moved anything, so it shouldn't fall off. So the wings do work. I know that ain't really nothing fantastic. It almost looks like an egg plane because it's real big in the back here. You know, it's really. But anyway, I just got to clean up a couple things on here, and then I'll probably pre-shade that while I do that, and then just go to town painting. I think it'll be a quick and easy, fun thing to do. But anyway, there is that. On a personal note here, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I've been seeing a lot of robot and Gundam builds, and they had what's it called, iron-blooded orphans. And this, I've been wanting to basically combine a Gundam and an MAK style, or SF3D, kind of your own robot, and basically kit bashed 2 Gundams here. One Craze, and then some other Gundam part that I had. I always buy like a bunch of Gundam parts because I think they're just usable for everything. So I basically made a new body type head and wanted to keep the MAK style, keep a little bit of the Gundam showing, just all that. But I wanted to, and of course I'll repaint everything. I want to paint it kind of a camo color, but I wanted to rename them. I wanted to make this series called the Junkdams. I think that would be unique. That way you can continue customizing, which a lot of people like to custom their Gundams, but I think it's more, I think they too much like Gundam. I wanted to be more SF3D, but with a little bit of a Gundam flair to it. But anyway, that's what I've done on that. I basically glued everything. There's actually a plain part on here that actually, I don't know why it fit perfectly, but it did, and that's that cowling right there. And I just been gluing parts. The only thing I won't glue are the arms and some of the legs. That's way you can, when you get it mounted to the base, you can change the position of the pose. That's just something I do, especially when I do like Bandai Star Wars figure kits. I basically glue the legs down, but leave the body and everything where you can position it and all that good stuff. But anyway, I want to do just a simple, probably a little base, a little debris, and we'll be good to go. I'm going to give him a big gun, because I saw a picture of that and I was like, gotta have it. Anyway, I want to modify it just a tad, just to cover up some of the Gundam stuff and rock and roll. But anyway, that's just kind of playing around while things dry and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. I may have a shed update. It is very pretty outside. I do have a little kind of chores to do outside. But anyway, we are discussing the paint scheme of the Big Petty car. We are painting the Big Petty car. Finishing up some construction of the little Adversary set there, and we are building some Junkdams. So that's what I've got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.